Oh boy, I knew that it was only a matter of time before we started getting ourselves limited 5-star Harmony characters, but I didn't expect it to be this good. I'm talking about Ruan Mei and why I'm really excited to pull for her. Let's first discuss her kit. Her basic attack, it's simple, nothing out of the ordinary. It's in her skill where she really starts to shine. Her skill, String Sings Slow Swirls, increases the break efficiency of all allies. But not only that, it also boosts the damage of all allies as well. If you're curious about how break efficiency works, basically it increases the toughness damage on the enemies, causing their toughness gauge to drop faster. And her ultimate, Petals to Stream, Repose, and Dream, creates a field giving all type resistance penetration to all allies. What this does basically is increases the damage of your character regardless of their element. While enemies are resistant to elements they're not weak against, all type resistance penetration mitigates that resistance, allowing your character to deal a bit more true damage. Not only does it provide all type resistance penetration, when an enemy's toughness is broken, the target is marked. When their turn comes up, their action is delayed further, basically extending their weakness break, while also getting hit with additional ice damage from Ruan Mei. Her technique, Silken Serenade, applies the buff from her skill at the start of the battle. And when you're in Simulated Universe, when hitting an enemy to initiate the fight, even if the enemy isn't weak to the element your character is using, they still get their toughness damaged upon entering battle. Now, I can't go into details regarding the rest of her kit since it's really spoiler territory, and by that I mean I can't really go into details about the actual numbers. But basically, she also provides a speed boost with her talent. As for her traces, she gets speed, break effect, and defense. Not only that, she also gets a bit of energy at the start of her turn, and she also provides a damage bonus based on her break effect value. So you'd want to build up as much break effect on her to get that maximum damage bonus. As for her Eidolons, she has Defense Ignore, bonus attack on weakness broken enemies. She also gains additional break effect, and extends the duration of her ultimate by 1 turn, while also increasing the multiplier of her talent's break damage significantly. She is going to be a great support for literally any character in the game due to this. Extending duration of weakness break is going to be amazing for any team, but the madness doesn't end there, however. If you also manage to pick up her Light Cone, Past Self, and Mirror, this greatly boosts her break effect, helping you reach that break effect threshold you need for one of her traces. The Light Cone also provides the entire team with a damage bonus. Plus, if you have a certain amount of break effect, it also recovers 1 skill point as well. But it doesn't end there. It also provides energy to all party members at the start of each enemy wave. That is one really cracked Light Cone if you ask me. So, how should she be built? Well, there are only 2 stats you really need for her. Break effect and speed, which she already gets in her traces anyway. But the more of it, the better. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, her trace, which provides a damage bonus, still caps at a certain break effect threshold. But even if you go over that threshold, it still benefits Ruan Mei since breaking enemies allows Ruan Mei to hit enemies with ice damage. Just like with most characters, aim for 3500 health and around 1200 defense. For her relic stats, there really isn't a clear-cut set for her, but if you want to maximize her personally, then go for the Thief set. The 2-piece increases break effect by 16%, and the 4-piece increases the wearer's break effect by 16%. When the wearer inflicts weakness break on the enemy, the wearer regenerates 3 energy. Now, you can argue that you don't always break the enemy with Ruan Mei. However, getting a total of 32% break effect really helps a lot when you're aiming for that break effect threshold she needs. Otherwise, if you already have enough break effect in substats, or you just want to provide additional support to your team, you can alternatively go for Messenger Traversing Hackerspace, since the 2-piece bonus increases speed by 6%, and here's what you get if you get the 4-piece set bonus. When the wearer uses their ultimate on an ally, speed for all allies increases by 12% for 1 turn. Alternatively, you can just use 2-piece Thief and 2-piece Hackerspace if you don't have a 4-piece set for her, or if the subsets are just that good on the pieces you have. As for the main stats for your relics, just go for speed on the boots, and HP percent or defense percent on the body. For her Planar Ornaments, you can either go with Sprightly Vonwhack or Penacony Land of the Dreams. Both of these sets provide an extra 5% energy regeneration rate. The only difference between the two is that Penacony provides increased damage by 10% for all other allies with the same element as the wearer, and Sprightly Von Whack provides action forward by 40% at the start of the battle. Honestly, whichever you choose, just make sure you have the right main stats, which is energy regeneration rate for the rope and either HP percent or defense percent for the orb, depending what you got for the body. And finally, for the substats, just go for speed, break effect, HP percent, and defense percent. As for teams, she can be slotted in literally any team. Dot teams are going to love her since it helps keep the weakness break dot on the enemies for longer. And for DPS teams, you get to nuke the enemies for longer without having to worry about them hitting you back. I suppose you can say that Ruan Mei doesn't work that well with other characters, particularly like Blade and Clara, but I mean, the benefits honestly outweigh the downside. Plus, both Clara and Blade, and maybe to some extent Arlen, are typically in the same team with one other DPS character anyway, so it's pretty much fine. She's definitely a character that I'm going to pull for no matter what. And hopefully I can snipe her light cone as well. But what are your thoughts? Do you think she's being overrated by the community? Or do you agree that she is cracked as heck? Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed watching this video, or if it helped you in any way, make sure to smash that like button and hit subscribe for more videos in the future. It helps me feed my cats, and if you don't subscribe, I'll hunt you in your sleep. That's it for me. Peace out, fam.